Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Sacred Forest Tarot, or excuse me, Oracle today for our cards of focus for each pile. Pile number 1, your card of focus. And I'll be using the Pocket Crow Tarot. Pile number 2, this is your card of focus. And I'll be using the Witch of the Forest Magic, Tarot Magic. Pile number 3, your card of focus. And we'll be using the Wandering Star. So feel free to pause and ponder and make your choice, and I will see you in your pile. Welcome, pile number 1, and our card of focus is Elves with Playfulness. I just think this is such a beautiful, beautiful card, right? And I feel like we've gotten that message a lot lately to sort of lighten up and not be too serious, right? And that's what this card is about. This card is about allowing your inner child to play, allowing the sort of innocence and awestruck tendencies of a child, the wonder, looking at things in a different way, looking at things as if you've never seen them before, right? Yeah, this is about embracing the innocence that comes along with allowing your inner child to play, because you probably, if you're seeing this card, you've probably been taking life a little too seriously, and it reminds you to lighten up. All you have to do is enjoy yourself right now. If we're in a place in our lives where we have heavy responsibilities and are working really, really hard, that's great, because sometimes we have to do that. But that kind of energy can also clog your life force energy. Okay, so this is why we have to take the time to have fun, to give ourselves a break, and nurture the spirit, right? Doing something zany or unexpected, spontaneous. Yeah. So when we do this and we are playful, it's a gift that you can give to the world, right? And that gift is joy. Joy is contagious, right? If you're in joy and you smile at someone who's having a bad day, it can change their whole day. I mean, that's just a small example of how that ripples, but joy is definitely contagious. So embrace the innocence. Just give yourself a break from the heavy responsibilities right now, and just have some fun, because having fun brings joy, and joy honestly is just as important as the food you eat, I believe. I mean, it's a sustaining force in our lives. Okay. Wow, I like it. Give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack. Maybe that's what it is. Release perfection. No, we're not going there. No. This is just flat out, hands down, about you having some fun, doing something madcap and zany, all right? So I do have, this is just the Pocket Crow Tarot. Eventually one day I'll have the big one, but for now, this is what we have. And we're going to dig into this, although it's pretty self-explanatory. Wow, whoa, come back, pile number 1. Excuse me. Anyway. I think I went somewhere for a second. I'm back. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for being here. I really appreciate you, and I'm having a lot of fun bringing these messages every day. And I know sometimes they're hard messages, and but I hope they hit where they're meant to go. All right. I appreciate you so much. I'm just so thankful and grateful to you for showing up. Okay, and I hope you're all well. Please keep in mind these are generous. If I can get these, my hands are cold. Get these little teeny cards. Ugh. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, take them as they resonate. Okay, general readings. This is where you get to use your discernment and know whether it's truly for you or not. But maybe it reminds you of someone. Maybe you want to share it. And if so, I would appreciate it. Okay, what do we got? Well, right out of the gate, we have the Four of Wands. Okay, this is a milestone marker. It is a place where we stop and celebrate. Okay, now it can indicate like marriage, or maybe you're graduating, like that kind of milestone. All right, it's a card of unity, partnership, but it's also a card of freedom. Okay, so I think that just in relationship to our card of playfulness, it might be good to just feel free for a little bit, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going here. We'll get this sorted out. Okay, in your energy, yes, the Knight of Wands. Okay, so yeah, the Knights are of action. All right, so you are definitely moving and doing things, right? The Knight of Wands takes the spark of the page and fans the flames, and so there's a lot of rapid, sometimes forceful momentum towards what it is, the goal that you're working on, what you're working towards. So this could be why you're meant to take a break. Maybe you've been pushing, and like our elves, the card of playfulness says that when we get into this energy and we don't stop, that we can actually block life force energies from coming in. We can block manifestations. We can miss signs and synchronicities when we're not in the right energy. So it's okay to take a break. Okay, it's okay to take a break from that. It's not going anywhere. Okay, keep in mind you're going to get there. All right, this is the Ten of Cups. It's emotional wish fulfillment. It's cups overflowing. This is the when you walk into a room and everybody smiles, right? It's brightening a room. It's wherever you go with a glow, right? Emotional maturity. But this is something that ripples out to the people, places, and things around you. All right. So it's important, yeah, to reconnect with this sort of life force energy you might be disconnected with right now. And it's a simple solution. Playfulness. Go bowling. Go bowling. There's an ice skating rink here. Go ice skating. Go for a hike. Frisbee football. Any, like, just, have a dance party. Have a silent dance party. Any of those things. So it's just something fun. Like whatever pops into your head, I urge you to take a break and do it. And when you do it, leave the worries and the troubles at home, because all the things that you have to do are still going to be there when you get back. And this doesn't even necessarily mean you have to leave home. Maybe you have a movie night and invite your besties over, right? Maybe not. I'm kind of thinking that myself. I'm going to watch, what's the movie? The Rule of Ginny Pen. I like psychological thriller kind of horror things, but anyway, let's get one. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Underneath this Four of Wands, we have the Judgment coming. All right. This is a card of transformation. It is a card of understanding. Okay, this is where we assess our lives and we awaken to the possibilities of what is coming. Okay, this is where we get to kind of tweak things. Yeah. And maybe there's something in that we're missing if we're not paying attention, because we're pushing so hard, right? Also in your, wow, you are very fiery, very stubborn, with that Knight of Wands and the King of Wands both coming out in your energy. Now, this is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing at all. I absolutely, I love the King of Wands, right? This is a trailblazer. He's a rule breaker, and not in a bad way, but just in a way that he can see multiple ways to reach his goals, right? He's not afraid to step away from tradition to get where he wants to go. Fiery, passionate, creative, right? Driven. Also very self-confident and not afraid to do it alone, okay? Now, this doesn't mean that you don't listen to the advice of others. It doesn't mean that you don't ask. It just means that you listen and you take the bits that that are in alignment with you, or nothing at all, or maybe all of the advice, right? But this is really independently driven energy, okay? Look at how these suns are lining up here. All right, let's go ahead and grab one for that 10. Just one. Just one. Just one. Just one. Just one. Yep, we have the 7 of Pentacles coming out. All right, let me put it closer because there's a little yeah. You've been working on something, and you have a plan, you have a vision for it. But you are, with this Judgment out too, you are reassessing. You're taking a look at it and wondering if it's still, if you can still see it coming to fruition, or do you need to pivot and turn? With it coming out underneath this 10, it kind of feels like it's worth hanging on to. Okay. Like I said, it's really slow moving energy, the Pentacles, which means sometimes you have to wait a long time for it to come in. And that can be kind of frustrating, right? That can be what's driving this energy to push forward. You know, when we're in this space of judgment and this it's, you know, this is an awakening. You know, you don't have to like sit there and wait for your number to be called. You have one of those buzzer things, right? And so you can go and play, and when you're ready, when it's your turn, it'll just buzz you and you come in, right? That was a really weird analogy. Really weird now. Okay, you have the High Priestess coming out underneath the Judgment card. So yeah, this is a deep, deep, dark dive. But it's okay, right? With the Judgment, deep, dark dive. This can be why this is taking so long, right? I mean, obviously it's Pentacles. It's going to take a long time to come anyway. But if you're in the middle of this awakening and you're doing all this deep diving, this may need to be done before fruition happens. Yeah, the High Priestess, you're not afraid to look in the shadows. You're not afraid to deal with the mystical, magical, and of the hidden realms, right? And for whatever reason, this is necessary for you with this awakening here. Well, it's kind of necessary with every awakening. This is your freedom coming in. Okay? Take time to play. This is like recess, okay? This is the hard schoolwork, and then you go have recess. And then you come back in and you get right back to it. And then you take another break, okay? As kids, we have recesses and breaks and things like that. Schedule them in. All right, let's see what else is in your energy here. Schedule them in. Look at that. We have the 7 of Wands. So stand your ground. Yeah, you're not gonna back down from what it is that you're moving towards. Okay. You can see the possibility in it. Okay. Stand your ground. You're very, very persistent about this, and this is great. This is great. However, you are being asked to take a break so you don't burn out, so you don't lose focus. Maybe that's why maybe that's why you're not taking a break and being all playful and fun. Maybe you're afraid of losing momentum. You're not. You're not. I hear you. I totally get that, though. You're not. Look at the Six of Wands is coming out. This is victory, triumph, glory. It's a card of recognition. It's yours. It's yours. It's okay for you to step away and do something fun. Maybe just go see a movie, or like I said, watch a movie at home. That's kind of what I like to do these days, with a big bowl of popcorn and snuggled up with my kitties, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's important for you to take a break. Everything else is going right. Everything else is exactly happening the way that it's meant to happen for you. Okay. This is just really saying, yeah, take a break. Yeah, I mean, this is all coming in for you. This is the Nine of Pentacles, financially independent, a stable foundation in the material world, material abundance. This is for you. This is what your hard work is going to get you. Okay, so look at it's the sun, but it's also it looks like the thing around the victory. It looks like it's the sun's there. Yeah, I mean, this is all yours. I think that you've been really, really pushing. And I understand that energy. I'm a Virgo. I'm a double Virgo, Leo moon. Now, I get this energy here, okay? Please don't forget to have some fun. That's the message here. Please don't forget to have some fun, because it's going to knock some energy loose. It's going to show you something maybe that you're missing. Maybe there are some signs and synchronicities I said before. It's going to allow the energy to flow easier. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups. That's a gift from Spirit. Love, magic, fun. The cup's overflowing. There's enough for everyone. It's going to be there for you. It is there for you. And maybe you haven't been paying attention much to your Ace of Cups, right? Because you've been so focused on, pushing. Yeah. Give it a rest. Take a break. Give yourself a break. I mean, it's a nice thing. Okay? There's an energy that's trying to move through, move around, move whatever. And by being so serious, you're kind of blocking it. So when you can go and play and have fun, it's going to come through. And whatever it is karmic. Okay? It's going to balance those scales of justice. Looks to me like you are on the right side of that blade as well. Yeah. You are the magician. Yeah, you're taking action. It's all about action. But it's action combined with skill and the tools to manifest into the material world, to work with the energies and bring them into the world, into the material world. Okay. You're doing it. You're doing it all. You're doing it all. It's all going to be great. There's a great ending here for you, which I think you're getting close to. And then you will move into another realm, another world, another leg of your journey. But right now, please do something fun. Do something fun. There's something beneficial in that to you. Okay? Under the deck, we have Two of Pentacles. Yeah, balance and harmony. You need to rebalance a little bit. Okay, pile number 1, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you soon. Welcome, pile number 2, and our card of focus is the Crystal Cave and trust, right? Trust. Trust is the foundation of our ability to manifest. Okay, because everything that's ever been created, that ever will be created, it's because someone believed that it was possible. Okay, trust is crucial. Patience is crucial. Okay, change can happen in a heartbeat, but other things may require time. So just know that everything's going to be okay. Know that it will happen. Trust. All right. So the Crystal Cave, caves have been considered secret passageways to sacred powers and forces. Certain shamanic initiations occurred in caves because that's where they thought the place, it was the sacred place for your initiation, your intuition to be activated. Okay. So this card, when we're talking about trust and change and all of those things and possibilities, this card is a message for you to believe in your intuition, right? To trust it, no matter where it takes you. Okay. Have faith in yourself and know that you are divinely guided through your trust, through your intuition, right? Even when you have doubts. So trust your feelings. Trust your feelings. Trust your feelings about yourself. Trust your feelings about other people. Trust your feelings about situations that you may be involved in. Okay? Because it is crucial. It's crucial. And when this is happening, when you're doing this, when you're in trust, when you're, aware of your intuition, right? Follow the nudges. Right? Follow the nudges from your soul. Listen to others, but truly, truly trust your own instincts. Okay? Trust. Trust. What is that? The old Walt Disney animated Robin Hood, where the snake sings that song, Trust in Me. Oh, no, wait, no, that's not it. I think it's the animated Jungle Book, Trust in Me. Is that it? Where he's hypnotizing Mowgli? Well, now I'm going to have to look that up, but later. All right, I have the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic, and we're going to dig into this message for you today. A message of trusting your intuition. So this card also says that you are where you're meant to be right now. Okay. So that's for anybody who needs to hear that. And I want to thank everyone so much for being here. I'm so honored to be able to bring you these readings, and kind of a little beside myself that y'all are showing up. And I'm not talking about just for me. I mean, for you too. For you too. That's some self-love and self-care right there. Please keep in mind that this is a timeless reading. And it's general. So yeah, take it as it resonates. That is your opportunity to trust your intuition. Because your intuition will tell you if this reading is for you or not. Practice makes perfect. All right. Let's see where this is going to go. All right. Whew, right away we have the Hierophant. Whew. Wisdom, ritual, oftentimes tradition, societal norms, the way things must be done, right? But it's also, like I just said, it's also ritual and ceremony. So it's interesting, it's coming out with this, you know, with the crystal cave, which, as I said before, is also a place where initiation, I keep saying that, intuition is activated in a lot of sort of shamanic and other types like that ceremonies, right? Maybe you're meant to do a ritual. Oh, interesting. All right, in your energy, yeah, the world. So you're completing a cycle, and it seems to me like this initiation is going to end the cycle for you, right? The initiation of your intuition, the activation of your intuition is the final step. There may be some sort of ritual or prayer, or there's something, possibly someone around you who can help you with that, but there's something that needs to be initiated here, that needs to be activated. I don't know why I keep saying initiated. Activated. All right. Keep in mind, we have the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balance and equality. You know, maybe juggling multiple things at once, and trying to get them into balance, like trying to get these two things into balance, whatever this is. So maybe you're trying to balance your external world and your internal world. Possibly you might be stepping into, wow, this is very mystical, magical energy here. What's going on with you? All right, let's get a card for this Hierophant. Something's being initiated. You're meant to initiate something. You're meant to activate. All right, we had the Four of Swords come out. Yeah, you might need to get some rest. Right? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you getting rest? Are you getting sleep? Right? This is rest and recovery. And oftentimes when we can do this, we allow the energies to flow that might otherwise be stopped because we're not taking care of ourselves, right? We're not having those moments of peacefulness and stillness so that we can get the messages, we can see the messages, we understand the signs and synchronicities, right? So it's really, really important that you take care of yourself, okay? It's kind of a pause. It's almost like a little, you know, timeout to regenerate, recuperate all those R's, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah, and your energy is the Ace of Pentacles. It's a huge gift. It's a huge gift. There's something about activating for you. I feel like you know what it is. This is a gift from Spirit. Now, Pentacles is very, very grounding energy. It's also stability in the material world, right? Are you going to be starting your shift into the next leg of your journey, into the next chapter of your book, and into, you know, whatever, into the next realm? Are you going to be starting it with this Ace? Well, regardless, you're ending a cycle on a good note, right? Right, yeah. I'm not surprised. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it's karma and destiny. Like, the wheel is always turning. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's fast. You know, it's the wheel of karma and destiny. So this is going to happen for you and your best and your highest good. Whatever is going to be activated here. Okay, it's going to happen. You can't just be like, no, I don't want it. Because it's already woven into the fabric of your life. Okay? It's going to happen. It's going to push you in a, it may not be a new direction, but it's pushing you in a way that you've not been pushed before, in a direction, in a challenge, in all of those kinds of things, okay? All right, coming out under that 4, that little nap, the nap card, under the nap card, we have, yeah, that's the 7 of Swords. So it, you know, it can be a card of theft, dishonesty, treachery, those kinds of things. I'm not getting that in this reading. So the other thing this card can be is a card of strategy, right? Grabbing, you know, maybe a decision has to be made quickly, and you gotta go, grab everything you can carry and go, which means you might need to leave a couple things behind. Okay. Yeah, I'm, you know, it can also kind of represent, you know, what you're working on, or maybe this initiation doesn't necessarily need to be publicized, or, you know, it could be something that you can do on your own not in secret. It doesn't have to be shared, is what I'm trying to say. You know, like, if you are worried what people will think, don't tell them. It's none of their business anyway, right? But there's a strategy that's going to go with this initiation, this activation. Yeah, you have the 6 of Swords coming out as well. So, I mean, this is a card of moving on, moving into calmer waters. You know, I like this because I think that there's a certain balance to the 6 of Swords, right? The swords are poked into the bottom of the boat, and the boat is moving across rough water, heading into calmer waters. But the boat doesn't sink. The water isn't coming in, and so I really think that that's there's a balance here between, you know, water, which is of the emotions, and swords, which is of the mind, right? So this is not a willy-nilly stealing away in the middle of the night moving on. This is strategized, which brings me back to the 7 over here, all right? So there's an element of strategy in what you're doing, right? And with the 6 of Swords, there's also exploration and discovery in wherever it is that you're going. Right now, this can be you're physically going somewhere, it can be you're going somewhere in your mind shifting, your beliefs are shifting, like that kind of thing, right? But I think that it bears mentioning again that this is really kind of a balance between emotions and mind. This is allowing you the courage to go, right? Yeah, there's an activation. Okay, of course. The 3 of Cups, these are your besties, your community, your support system. Okay, so there are those who are going to support you. All right. So with this 7 over here, remember I said that I think, you know, maybe you do this initiation or this activation of your intuition. You know, nobody has to know, right? But you have some peeps that you can talk to about it. You probably have some peeps that can help you with it, right? Yeah, this is your community, your support system. It's also a card of celebration. Celebrating the initiation, the activation. You know, maybe there's someone who does quests around you, or vision walks, or any of those kinds of things. As I'm saying that, the Queen of Wands comes out. You might actually know someone who does that. Someone who can help you with that. Queen is a trailblazer, very, very, very self-confident. It is not afraid to like do it on her own either, right? Fiery and juicy energy. So you might know someone like this. I feel like it's really important. I don't want you to lose sight of this activation of your intuition. Does it need to be in a cave? Not necessarily. Unless you know where there's a cool cave. Then I would say, heck yeah. Take your besties. Find the cave. Take fire and a lantern. Activate. This is the next step for you. Okay. You're meant to activate that intuition. Activate that intuition. All right. Do we have anything else that wants to come out? This is just, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, pretty straightforward. There are no surprises here. Anything, yeah. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. It's a card of struggle and hardship, right? It's also a card of courage, walking away from a perceived place of safety, warmth, protection, right? It's not serving you any longer. And yes, you're going to walk away from it, and it might be hard, and you might struggle, but it's what needs to happen, and you definitely have had the courage or have the courage to do that at this point. Okay, so this, like I said, this initiation, because we're ending a cycle here, and it is a gift. It is an incredible gift. You know, this makes sense. This sort of walking away from these Five of Pentacles. Okay, you're going to be walking towards something much, much better. All right, something that you thought was meant for you isn't really meant for you. So this initiation, I'm going to say it again, is really, really, really important, okay? It is a big deal. So make a big deal over it, right? And here comes the 8 with fast moving energy. Things are going to shift for you so fast. Now, this is also about communication. It's also about travel. Maybe you're going to be moving. Maybe you're not. I don't know. All I know is it's really fast moving energy. And it feels like once this initiation, this activation starts, it's just gonna, things are gonna start flying, if that makes any sense at all. Okay. Anything else? Anything? One more, just one more. Yeah, you'll definitely be able to lay any burdens down. And I feel like the burdens that you carry aren't just yours. I think you're carrying burdens for other people too, because that's the kind of person you are, right? You're going to be able to put this down. You're going to understand. Remember, our Crystal Cave trust card says, trust your intuition, trust your feelings about other people, right? And places. It's time to lay down the burden. And that's what this card's about. It's an ending. Okay. Excellent. All right. Pile number 2. That is your message. I hope it helps. And I want to thank everyone for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 3, and your card of focus, I don't know if you can see it, that's 40 down there, is the Standing Stones, right? With passage. I love this card. I love this card. You know, this card indicates that you're like getting ready for a voyage, right? A sacred journey of the heart and the soul. You know, a lot of people and cultures believe that standing stones are places that we can embark on spiritual journeys to and return from, right? portals to other realms is another way to look at it. You know, and it can also represent just transitioning from one stage of life to another. And even though we change and life changes and we move and shift from realm to realm, from chapter to chapter, from journey to journey, you know, whatever you want to call it, we are eternal. Okay. So celebrate all the transitions in life to experience profound harmony. All right. Okay. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say parts of this again, just because it bears repeating. This is a voyage of heart and soul that you're getting ready to take. All right. And it could be spiritual. It could be physical. Regardless, it's a sacred pilgrimage just for you. So have courage. Okay. Be willing to set forth, knowing that you're safe and protected. The circle stones are going to take you exactly where you need to go for whatever this journey of the heart and soul is. Right? You're going to find deeper meaning in whatever it is that you're looking for. You're safe. I say go forth. Break on through to the other side, right? You're not going to have to break. It's just going to open and allow you through because it's time. This is a sacred journey for you. Whatever is coming. All right, I have the Wandering Star, which felt like really, really appropriate energy. Pile number 3. I want to thank you so much for being here. Absolutely honored to be able to bring you these messages, and I hope that you are doing, whoa, hello. Look at that. That you are doing well. I'm going to just see what we got here. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, card of collaboration, presenting something to the world. This is also teaching and enterprise. All right, just put that in your back pocket. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I want to thank everyone for being here. I am honored to be able to bring these messages to you, and you know, take it as it resonates. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. All right, this is your opportunity to practice discernment, to trust your intuition, to know if this reading is for you or not, which I love. Practice makes perfect. All right. Ooh, let's talk about this journey that you are about to embark on. Spiritual or physical? Let's see what we have going on here. Okay, well, right out of the gate, we have the Page of Swords, right? Curiosity, intelligence, charm, ambition. The Page of Swords finds clarity. But the Page of Swords also sometimes has to disconnect from the emotional aspects of whatever is going on, right? To gain clarity, to go to high ground, to get a vantage point to where they can see what's going on. So it's young, it's fresh. Maybe there's some sort of epiphany coming in, or a brief flash of clarity for you with this Page of Swords. All right. Be curious in your energy. Look at that. The 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Yeah, I mean, it's a card of giving and receiving with an open heart. It's a card of charity, helping others, right? It's a card of receiving with an open heart if someone wants to help you. There is an ebb and flow to the 6 of Pentacles, right? Notice how she's sort of Jedi mind managing the pentacles on each side of her, right? I love it. Now, this is in your energy. All right, so whatever this is for you, this is also about stability in the material world, right? Financial and material goods. Like, how strong is your foundation? Does it support this? Seems to me like it does. But this is, like I said, this is in your energy. Card of Charity. Keep in mind we have the Chariot, which is journey, success, and progress. So you definitely are moving in the right direction. Okay, now this is also a card of overcoming obstacles. So that's important here too. As we're moving from, usually we move from realm to realm when we've learned something, right? It's no different than playing a game. You learn everything you need to learn and gather all the tools that you need to end a level, and then you level up, right? So this is almost like a leveling up kind of feeling that I'm getting here. It's gonna, I feel like it's gonna start with this little bit of epiphany here, right? A little bit of truth, clarity. Yeah, because you're, oh, that feels like 2 cards. Yep, there's the Fool. Yep, you're ready. You're ready to jump. You're ready to not gently walk through. You're ready to just like jump. Stargate. Jump. They don't really jump. I think they just walk in. I would jump. I would jump. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready for this. Ready, 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 ready. Wow, and we have the 4 of Pentacles in your energy, a card of security and stability, savings, foundation, money. So it is about, you know, material abundance, right? So you may be having to sort of strategize right now with your funds and that kind of thing. It's, you know, the 4s are also about holding on, right? So maybe it feels like you're sort of in a holding pattern. It's okay. This page of swords is going to bring it's going to be the start, right? The starting line. It's going to wave a little flag and you're going to be able to go. You're ready. But there you have to, it's like you're waiting for this one little teeny tiny thing to jump. Your energy is in alignment and ready to jump. Maybe the 4 of Pentacles is, you know, you have to have them hold your mail. Hold my mail. Whoa. All right. I'm going to take that as confirmation. Whew. Hold my mail. All right. That's for someone. That was a confetti parade right there for someone. All right. Yeah, under the Chariot is the Magician. Yeah, it's a card of action, but it's because you have the tools and the skills to act, right? To transform that energy into the physical world. This is a card of manifesting. I mean, it feels like something is... I feel like there's one little clue. It's one little clue. And then you're going to be like, oh, that's it. And then you're going to roll. Yeah. Wow. Go. I say go. Do not be afraid to walk through. Do not afraid to go to the other realm. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. We have the 9 of Cups, which is, I mean, it's joy and happiness, but it's for you, right? This is for you. So whatever this next thing is, this moving into this new realm. Yeah. And with the Fool here, it is for you. You're not doing this for anyone else at this point. And you're not taking anyone with you. This is literally just for you. So, grab hold. Go. Jump. Leap. Smoothly walk through. All right, we have the Six of Swords. Interesting, we had that come up in the last one too. And this is in your energy, right? So this is all about moving on. You're ready to walk the walk. Is what I'm getting. Now, this is also a card of discovery and exploration, right? Because you are looking to the future. You are looking for what's to come, and there's an excitement to explore those things, all right? Moving into calmer waters. Yeah, I feel like there's just one little thing, but you are definitely moving on. Right, now this can be an inner shift, and it can be a physical shift as well. So take that as it resonates. Go on back, babe girl. Holy Krakatoa, you have the Justice card too. This is the keep in mind pile. So all of this energy is happening over here, but it's like, but keep in mind, but keep in mind, but keep in mind. There's the Justice card. This is karmic. This is the balancing of your scales, okay? And it looks like you're on the right side of the sword here. Pile number 2, it was the same. Yeah, but overcoming obstacles. Taking action and creating what you want. Like you're there. You're there. All right, let's see if anything else wants to come out. Yeah, you're about to take a journey. You're going on a voyage. Spiritual or physical. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh, so it is a choice. It is a choice. It's interesting. I didn't really get from this here that there was any kind of a debate within you about whether or not to do it. Change, decision, choice. So you might be thinking about it, you know, because it is going to change things for you. All right. It is going to set you on a new path. All right. Maybe you're going within just to sort of understand a little bit, or get clarity with our Page of Swords there. A little bit of clarity on what that means for you in your future. But the Fool is also here, all right? And the Fool understands that there's always an element of risk to everything. So it looks like this is definitely a choice for you. Like, you don't have to. But your energy says that you're ready. Yeah, you're ready. Queen of Wands. Self-confident, very, very independent. Like, this queen does not need to tell anybody what they're doing. This queen does not need to explain herself. She doesn't need an entourage or a clique to tell her what she's doing is right. Now, that doesn't mean that, I mean, she still listens to advice. She's a great, great person to have as a friend, a bestie, you know, on your team. I think this is just sort of amplifying, you know, the energy from the Standing Stones, that it's a very independent move to make, and it's a move that you need to make for you in a manner that makes sense to you, right? And how you move, and how you decipher information, and how you accept the possibility of what's coming, okay? Queen of Wands is a trailblazer, you know? She doesn't... There are so many different ways to get where you're going without sticking to the rules of tradition, so to speak. Okay, that's what I mean when I say she's a trailblazer. So that could be you. It could be someone around you. It could just be the energy that you are going to embody when you make the decision to go, right? And maybe you just need to go at the right time for you. This really shows that you're going no matter what. So the Ace is going to bring you some clarity. This sword cuts away doubt, fear, and confusion. It clears a path. It clears the mind. So yeah. It does feel like you're sort of waiting for some clarity here on something. Yeah, you're going. It feels like a little bit of a divine timing thing. You know, gotta wait for the right moment, but don't let that keep you from doing it, because this is already, it's already in your story. Yeah, and we have the 10 of Cups coming out. With joy and contentment, prosperity, emotional wish fulfillment, right? You have so much joy and love in your life that it just spills out and it touches everyone around you. This is where you're going, okay? This is where you're going. You know, we have the Pentacles with the material world foundation and the grounded, you know, energy in your energy, showing up in your energy. But it feels like your focus is here with this joy and contentment with this next little journey that you are about to take. Okay. All right, pile number 3, that's your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time.